do our walk up. Okay. Wrong with that. What's going on, family? It's your boy KV Banks with Kingdom Keys Nation, your new home for gospel music education. I'm excited to be back with you guys for another video. Oh, it's been a while. It's been a minute, but we are here. We are locked and loaded. I want to take you into a lesson I recorded earlier this week where a young man asked me for the Yes Lord praise. Y'all know the Yes Lord praise. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. But, you know, something like that. And who better to ask for the Yes, Lord praise than a COGIC musician? Now, I know they sing Yes, Lord everywhere. Baptist, Apostolic, non-denominational, AME, CME, BET. It's sung everywhere. But the home for the Yes, Lord praise is in the Church of God in Christ. Yes, Lord. I'm doing this video for absolute beginners who still want to sound good while playing Yes, Lord. All you'll need to know for this lesson is an understanding of the major scale and major, minor, and diminished triads. As long as you know your scales and your triads, this lesson is perfect for you. Yes, Lord. It's gonna be good. I can't wait. Let's get into it. In the key of C, and let's look at that melody. Okay, so here's the melody for it, which is really important because we want to keep that in mind. So we got that C G, C A, C G, C D E, G E D, E D C. Now, as I said, I'm doing this in the key of C. So I'm following the C major scale, okay? And so I'm gonna play this on the basic beginner level, okay? So this is on its base level as a beginner, just using triads, okay? We're just gonna use triads for this, okay? So I played that melody already, and what I wanna do is instead of just saying the note, the letters, I'm gonna start saying numbers because I want you to be able to take this and move it to a different key because the numbers will still be the same. So we got in the key of C 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then back to 1. So if we play that melody using the numbers, it would be 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. Okay? All right, so let's put some chords with this. Now, how I want to play this, I want to keep that melody at the top. Okay, I want you to be cognizant of that. So here's that first part. Okay, so this is a good, as I said, we're starting on the beginner level right now. So okay, so what I do right here, I said play the melody, C, G, and if you notice, I replaced that G. I played it with like the first finger or something. Sometimes I may have played it with my middle finger. Either or, doesn't matter. What I did was I took my pinky and grabbed that note so I can get ready to play the chord. Okay. A lot of times, because I'm doing this on the piano, I still think like an organist too. So definitely as an organist, I'm used to grabbing a note, you know, with another finger, keeping it pressed down, switch it out so that you can get ready for that next chord because you don't have a sustain pedal on the organ. So, you know, I'm on piano, sometimes I still think like an organist. So, this first chord, we got that one, we land on that C major. I'm just playing triads right now, just doing triads. And I did this, C major to a G major. All I did was take the C, E, down, and now I'm playing B and D. And then back up to C and G. So, and what I'm doing in my left hand, I'm walking this bass up. Just gonna walk that up. So G major over D, and then C major over E. So, okay. So that's yes, Lord. And then we got yes, Lord. I did the same thing there. Grab that. Grab it again. This time I'm going to go to an F major chord. Now, F major triad is F, A, and C, right? That's an F major triad. However, I said I want the melody to stay on the top. The melody is the A. So what I did was I did an inversion. Inversion just means that we're taking the chord, we're changing the order of the notes. So that A, I want on the top. So in order to do that, I'm going to take the C that's on the top now and move it to the bottom. So now the A is there. So, yes, Lord. Okay. So far we got yes, Lord. Then we got yes, Lord. Okay. That's important. All right. You need that in diminished chord. Sorry for making one. Hey, thank you. I feel it. All right. All right. That diminished chord. All right. We got the C, the E flat, G flat, and A. G flat, F sharp is the same note. They're inharmonic, so they have two different names. So maybe say G flat or F sharp, it's the same note. Okay? All right, so. Yes, Lord. Then yes, Lord. Okay, let's break that down. And mind you, if you look, it's kind of, I'm just walking up the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, diminish, 5, 3, 6. Now there's a reason why I went back to that E before I went to that A. I'll talk about that later. It's all about how we approach our chords. Remember something very important as you matriculate through the levels, even though right now we're talking on the beginner level, but as you grow as a musician, you'll understand that the sound of gospel, the secret sauce of gospel, is in the approach. How you approach your chords are important, absolutely essential. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking at the approach of our chords. Okay, and so the more as you grow through beginner level, the competent level, even the intermediate and advanced, it won't change. You will always find new creative ways of approaching your chords. Okay, so that's what we're doing right now. Even this move here, the move that we're trying to do, these are really, that D and that E, they are passing chords. It's all about us approaching to this F. Because technically I could just say yes, Lord, stay there. Then I can go yes, Lord, yes, Lord. You know, I could do that, you know, just stripped it all the way down. But I want to approach these chords because that's what makes it sound appeasing. That's what makes it, you know, really feel good to listen to. So that's what you want. You want that feeling. Now, I got another C major over G, and I'm just using triads, guys. I'm not doing nothing crazy. I'm just doing triads. Check this out. I did a G major chord again, but this time I put an E in the bass. Okay, so it created this interesting chord, E minor 7. We don't have to worry about that just yet. We'll talk about those extended chords and what the numbers, all that stuff mean later. But right now, I just need you to know that I just want you to see this as a triad. This is a G major chord with the E in the bass. Okay, and then I went back to that C major triad, but now I put an A in the bass. Okay. Okay, that's my bass line is doing. A, G, E, A, right? Okay. So far I got this. Okay. Now the next part. Okay. I'm just playing a C major chord with a D in the bass. Okay, C major. Remember, because that melody, I want that melody on top. So I'm not going to play that C major like this because the melody is yes, Lord, is an E. So if I put like that, then that E is in the middle of the chord. I want on the top, so that's why I brought the G down an octave. So the E is on the top. So yes, Lord. Then yes, Lord. Okay, yes, Lord. So after that, did that yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Did a G major chord right there, which is the 5. Then to the 1, okay? So far, that's really the whole thing. Yes, Lord. Excuse me. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Now, if you really want it, sound a little bit more like home, maybe a little more like church. Take that G, move it down to an F. It'll give you a dominant sound, that dominant chord sound. All right, that sounds real churchy. Then back to the C. I got the C on top again, so that's why I played this inversion. Okay, so. Now here's another option. You did that over the D, but you could also do this. You could go to a G instead of a D. Okay? You can do that instead. So now you got an option. You can do that. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. You can do that. Or you could say, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Okay. Now, if you want to, now we can do that. That sounds like church as well. Especially because let me tell you something. The Yes Lord praise, especially in a COGIC church, okay? Because that's the home of the Yes Lord praise. I know Yes Lord is sung everywhere. COGIC, Baptist, Apostolic, non-denominational, AME. Yes, it is universal. I get it. But the home of the Yes Lord praise is in the COGIC church, okay? So even though this will hit anywhere, okay, it does well anywhere. And the COGIC church, it just has a different type of and I'm a COGIC musician, so hey, so I'm trying my absolute best to keep this boiled down. So I want this to be just for our beginners. If you have triads, I still want you to be able to play this song and still play it confidently and be comfortable playing this, okay? So that little move right there, yes, Lord. What I did was I played a chord for each one of those notes in the melody. I did a C major chord over that D. I did a D minor chord, F, A, and D. And then I did another C major chord. And what I did was in my bass, I did E, F, and G. So, especially as we do this so many rounds, because it's the same thing. But it's something about that third or fourth round, it begins to build up. That praise, it gets really strong, and our hearts begin to fill up with a lot of joy. And so, to reflect that, we're gonna beef up our chords a little bit. Okay. I'll give you this one. This one, I want you to practice this one. So I'm going to land on that D and A together. But I'm going to take this D is going to roll up to the E flat. D, C. That's the first part. And I'm holding that A down. If you're on the organ especially, holding that down, that's going to ring out. Okay. After that, I cross over to this A, G, and then land on that C. Okay. And if you want to, like that C major, you can put that B flat in there. Give it that churchy sound again. Okay. I don't want to go too far. I really don't want to go too far because I want to stay on the beginner level. All right, so yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Option 1. That's the first option. Yes, Lord. Put that F in there. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Second option. Notice I said a roll to that E, okay? I just roll down to it. That diminished chord. Let's do our walk up. Okay. Wrong with that. All right, so that could be really fun to do on the Yes Lord praise, okay? So I want you to practice that. This is in a key of C, and I gave you those numbers for a reason, because if you know any other scale, okay, you can be able to take that somewhere else. If you went to, let's just say F. So now I can play this in F if I want to. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Okay. Then we got. Or this here, that dominant chord. All right. Yes, Lord. That little grab, especially for the organist. Y'all know about that grab. Grabbing that bass. All I did was rumble before I got to that A. All right. Or you can just do simplify. Do something like that. So there you have it, the Yes Lord praise for my absolute beginners. If you enjoyed this video, which I know you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button so you do not miss out on any future video. I love you, family. It's your boy KB Banks with Kingdom Keys Nation. I'll see you next time. Peace.